We all know what Hogwarts looks like. Its grand halls, shadowy corridors, and enchanted classrooms are familiar to every Harry Potter fan. We've seen it in films, books, illustrations, and even video games. But what if I told you that Hogwarts is just one of many wizarding schools? In the Goblet of Fire, we learn about Durmstrang and Beauxbatons, but according to the official Wizarding World website, there are a total of 11 magical schools registered with the International Confederation of Wizards. Where are they located, or what do they look like? How do they differ from Hogwarts? Today, we'll explore each of them, and at the end, I'll ask you one question. Which school would you choose? Before we set off on our journey to discover other magical schools, let's recall what Hogwarts looks like. This legendary school, hidden in the Scottish Highlands, was founded over 1,000 years ago by 4 great wizards: Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Helga Hufflepuff. But how did filmmakers bring it to life? I think it will come as no surprise to anyone that Hogwarts on screen is not one real place, but a combination of several filming locations across the UK. The medieval Alnwick Castle in Northumberland served as a filming location, while the Great Hall was shot in the famous Christ Church at Oxford. The Hogwarts Library is actually the Bodleian Library, and its corridors and archways are the interiors of Gloucester Cathedral. The courtyards we see in the films actually belong to Durham Cathedral, and this is only a fraction of the real-life architectural wonders that brought Hogwarts to the screen. Hogwarts is a collective image created from traditional British architecture, but what if we applied the same principle to other magical schools? What would their buildings look like if we sought inspiration from real historical sites? Let's find out. Our journey begins with the American School of Magic, Ilvermorny, nestled deep within the forests atop Mount Greylock in Massachusetts.
Is there a school? A wizardry school here in America?
Of course. Ilvermorny. It's only the best wizard school in the whole world.
Ilvermorny was founded in the 17th century by an Irish witch, Iseult Sayre, and her no-march husband, James Stewart. Since the first higher education institutions in the US were established around this time, it makes sense that Ilvermorny's architecture would resemble Ivy League universities. Imagine the buildings of Harvard and Yale, the grand mansions of the colonial era. They shape the image of a massive estate, standing high on a mountain, surrounded by the New England wilderness. The school's walls are built from massive stone blocks, covered in thick ivy. Tall columns, dormer windows, and cozy bay windows with multi-pane glass create an atmosphere of both grandeur and warmth. Instead of traditional courtyards, Ilvermorny has wide terraces where students practice spells. The highest terrace offers a panoramic view of the Quidditch pitch. Inside, Ilvermorny resembles the ancient libraries of the Ivy League: dark wood, carved panels, high vaulted ceilings, and endless rows of books. Ultimately, Ilvermorny blends classic American academic architecture with an air of mysticism, a reserved elegance infused with secrets hidden among mountain peaks. The next magical school on our list is Durmstrang, a mysterious and enigmatic institute of magic located in the harsh lands of northern Scandinavia. Audiences first encounter Durmstrang in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, when its students arrive at Hogwarts for the Triwizard Tournament. The exact location of Durmstrang remains unknown, as do its founders and house system. However, it is known that the school accepts students from all over the world and is famous for its strict rules, rigid discipline, and emphasis on the study of the dark arts. It's hard to imagine a school like Durmstrang being housed in a cozy castle like Hogwarts or Ilvermorny. Instead, its inspiration can be found in real historical sites such as the Trelleborg Viking Ring fortresses in Denmark, the imposing Bohus Fortress in Sweden, the Urnes Stavechurch, and Borgund Stavechurch in Norway. Durmstrang resembles an ancient fortress, lost among Scandinavian mountains, perched on the edge of a frozen lake. Its architecture is a fusion of massive stone walls, reminiscent of medieval strongholds, and dark wooden structures, inspired by Norwegian stave churches. Inside, Durmstrang is dimly lit by torches, casting flickering shadows on the stone walls. Here, students do not simply learn magic, they master its ancient, almost warrior-like essence, preparing for a harsh world where knowledge is power. Another magical school that played a crucial role in the Goblet of Fire is the elegant Beauxbatons Academy of Magic. Located in the picturesque Pyrenees of southern France, Beauxbatons accepts students not only from France, but from neighbouring European countries as well. It's impossible to imagine Beauxbatons as a grim fortress. Instead, its aesthetic is as refined and majestic as its students. The school's design draws inspiration from the grand French Renaissance palaces, such as Versailles, Château de Fontainebleau, and Château de Chambord. The Academy is a brilliant ensemble of light-coloured stone with tall arches, delicate balconies, and intricate carvings that create a sense of elegance and weightlessness. Beauxbatons stands amidst manicured gardens, fountains, and lush parks where magic harmonizes with nature. But despite the classical symmetry of French palaces, the Academy is not entirely predictable, so the building's facade could break traditional architectural rules. Inside, Beauxbatons is a masterpiece of luxury and artistry. Marble columns, exquisite stucco details, golden frescoes, huge windows flooding the halls with soft sunlight. But the most magical feature? Ceilings that reflect the weather outside or a starry night sky, floating chandeliers that shimmer like droplets of light. Beauxbatons is not just a school of magic, it is a place where art, nature, and wizardry intertwine, turning everyday learning into an aesthetic delight. Hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest of Brazil, Castelobruxo is a school of magic unlike any other. The school's location dictates its architectural style. Unlike the grand castles of Europe, Castelobruxo seamlessly blends into its surroundings, as if nature itself had created this place for wizards. Some real-world architectural references include Chichen Itza, Machu Picchu, and the San Francisco Church in Salvador, Brazil. Expansive stone terraces, pyramid-like temples, and mysterious symbols carved into the stone give this place an aura of ancient power and mysticism. Perhaps the school was not built from scratch, but rather adapted from an ancient sanctuary for magical purposes. However, European colonizers also influenced its architecture. Amidst the rough stone structures, one can find Portuguese Baroque elements, stained glass windows with patterns inspired by local culture, arched passageways, and inner courtyards with columns and balconies reminiscent of South American Catholic missions. Inside the school, nature flourishes. Vines entwine the walls, moss and exotic flowers grow through stone arches, reflect the shimmering glow of fireflies. In this place, it feels as if nature itself breathes magic. Now we travel east to the mysterious land of Japan, where Mahoutokoro, a school of magic with ancient traditions and a unique aesthetic, stands tall on the tiny island of Minami Iwo Jima. Like everything in Japan, this school embodies elegance, discipline, and a deep connection to nature. Architecturally, Mahoutokoro is an exquisite ensemble of pagodas and palaces reminiscent of structures from the Heian period. Some real-world references include the Golden Pavilion, Kinkakuji, the Kyoto Imperial Palace, and Todaiji Temple. The main school building is a multi-tiered pagoda with curved roofs crafted from dark lacquered wood. The walls are adorned with gold and red details, symbolizing luck and strength. Unlike the massive stone castles of Western magical schools, Mahoutokoro's architecture emphasizes lightness, sliding walls, paper screens, and open galleries leading to peaceful courtyards. Each courtyard is a small oasis of harmony, filled with bamboo groves, blooming cherry trees, and stone fountains reflecting the glow of floating magical lanterns. These lanterns, suspended in the air, replace the traditional candles found in Western schools, giving Mahoutokoro a cozy yet mystical atmosphere. Mahoutokoro is a place where magic can be felt in every sakura petal, every raindrop trickling down the curved roofs of the ancient temple, and every step taken by young wizards as they master the art of Eastern magic. The African School of Magic, Uagadou, is located in Uganda, nestled within the breathtaking Rwenzori Mountains. It is the largest magical school on the continent, founded more than 1,000 years ago. It is renowned for its exceptional animagi and the practice of wandless magic, making it unique among all other wizarding institutions. For architectural inspiration, one could look at the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela, the ancient cities of Mali such as Djenné, and traditional African palaces. The school itself might be built from sun-dried clay bricks, emphasizing a sense of unity with the earth. Towering stone facades are adorned with ancient symbols and bas-reliefs that tell stories of spirits and ancestral legends. Massive columns support vast halls, while open galleries offer breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains. One of Uagadou's most magical features is its enchanted murals. which shift and change depending on the time of day, making the school feel truly alive and enchanted. Uagadou is not just a school, it is the heritage of an entire continent, a place where magic and history intertwine, and every spell is a tribute to ancestors and the spirits of the land. Our next magical school is Koldovstoretz, located in Russia. While its exact location and founding date remain unknown, the most logical assumption is that it is hidden within the Ural Mountains. This setting is ideal for several reasons. Wizards have long sought solitude, and the remote mountain ranges offer perfect isolation. Additionally, the Urals serve as a natural boundary between Europe and Asia, making Koldovstoretz accessible to students from both Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Its architecture reflects traditional Russian wooden and stone craftsmanship. Real-world architectural references include richly decorated Russian terem palaces, grand estates, as well as medieval Kremlins and monasteries. Koldovstoretz is a massive white stone castle with elaborately carved wooden annexes. Its towers are crowned with colourful spires, creating a striking contrast against the dark Ural Mountains and the silvery birch forests. The school is protected by magical guardians from Russian folklore, majestic firebirds, which soar above its walls, illuminating the area with their shimmering flames. The interiors of Koldovstoretz are equally mesmerizing. Vast chambers with high vaulted ceilings, adorned with intricate wood carvings, gilded details, and ornamental patterns. Some halls resemble ancient monasteries filled with the soft glow of magical candles and sacred runes. The school is steeped in centuries-old enchantments, blending grandeur and mystery into one. So, we have just explored 8 magical schools from different corners of the world. These are all the officially known schools mentioned in Joanne Rowling's materials, but according to the Ministry of Magic, at least 11 magical schools exist. This means that 4 more remain a mystery. What do you think? Where could these unknown schools be located, and what might they be called? Share your theories in the comments. And let us know which magical school do you like the most, and where would you want to study?